Kia ora and welcome to the Beer Jerk Beer of the Week Drink Along. I'm Luke.
I'm Joe.
This week we're drinking a beer from Colab. It is Stratosphere.
Stratosphere.
West Coast IPA.
Yeah, with Strata hops.
Strata hop, Stratosphere. Yeah. Strata, okay. Yeah, I see what they did there. This is a single hopped IPA?
I presume so, yeah. That's the information I can see.
Oh, it smells so good. I really don't know. Terrible. Clearly my first time pouring a beer. Yeah, very tasty IPA from Colab.
Yeah, based up in Warkworth? Silverdale.
I thought it was Warkworth. Originally it was Riverhead, and then the brewery sort of got bought and relocated.
Last week it was Silverdale, wasn't it, John?
John's in Silverdale, yeah.
Warkworth.
Colab, really cool story. Lovely couple of people. It's Heidi, who's the brewer, and she sort of is Colab, along with the support of her husband Martin, who's a very talented engineer, who's probably a pretty handy person to have around the brewery.
Yeah, cheap maintenance costs.
Yeah, I'd imagine. And yeah, they do some really cool stuff. But one thing I like about those guys is that they're not trying to follow the same business model as every other brewery. No. They've got a bit of a unique angle on things.
Yeah, it's quite cool. Most sort of breweries, as they scale, really seem to target supermarket sales.
Yeah.
In some cases, to their detriment.
Yeah.
Whereas these guys, they want you and your business maybe to buy their beer,
yep,
buy the 24 pack with custom labels. I think maybe they do as small as 12 packs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can upload your design and
they'll print your designs on their labels for their beers.
Yeah, and you can
pretty cool.
Get this amazing IPA clean skinned and call it like, I don't know,
Joe's IPA.
Yeah, Luke's birthday beer.
It is a delicious beer to be enjoying on my birthday. It definitely is a treat. Heidi sent us a few of their recent brews a few weeks ago, and they were all really solid. Like, really enjoyed their lager, but yeah, this one just kind of knocked our socks off. Just real great clarity of flavour, nice bitterness, just everything you want in a delicious West Coast IPA.
Yeah, it's got that good bitterness, sort of resiny notes, and like a nice bit of fruit, not just your classic grapefruit pith. Strata, I'm not super knowledgeable on the hop, but it's got those kind of citrusy notes, but it's got a bit of like berry as well.
Yeah, the Strata, definitely lots of citrus, lots of zest, and yeah, people talk about strawberry, which is a note that I struggle to pick up in a beer, like much strawberry, but obviously when you plant a seed in your brain, then you drink it and you're like, oh yeah, actually maybe that is strawberry. So I'm not sure, maybe my palate isn't developed enough to get.
One of the least flavorful fruits.
Yeah, strawberries kind of suck.
Yeah, they're like delicious and refreshing, but like if you actually really dial in when you eat one, it's not super flavorful. Yeah,
but this beer is super flavorful. And yeah, there aren't many hops that can pull off the smash, single malt, single hop sort of thing. This isn't a smash, it's a single hop beer. So yeah, you need to have sort of the bitterness and the aroma and the flavour, which this one definitely does. And yeah, as we say, that sort of dankness that you want in an IPA. So yeah, really, really impressive sort of beer, because there are a lot of smaller brewers out there, and of course everyone does an IPA. And it's a hard category to be impressive in, to be honest. There are definitely other beer styles where it's easier to wow than IPA, just because here in New Zealand we're so blessed by so many incredible IPAs. So it is really exciting when a sort of brewery comes along and you don't know much about them and they knock it out of the park. So yeah, I suppose the history of bitter West Coast IPAs goes back a long time to bitters, the English beer style that sort of morphed into pale ales and then IPAs and then became American IPAs. And I suppose it really, beers like this getting brewed in New Zealand probably goes back, I don't know, like 15 years or so.
Epic, or before that, is it the Cock and Bull?
Cock and Bull, yeah. Luke was before Epic, and yeah, the West Coast IPA Challenge.
Wow, that old.
Yeah, so that's like Hallertau and Yeah, Epic probably would have been involved. Yeah, I don't know if Emerson's were doing IPAs back in the sort of early days, but yeah, incredible style, which is everyone's favourite for good reason. And yeah, as we've been talking about recently, definitely there's been a swing sort of away from hazy IPAs back towards more West Coast IPAs recently, which has been really cool to see. So yeah, excellent beer, good all-round IPA. I'm definitely trying to hold back from just swigging this and having to crack open a few cans.
Yeah, it's not got that huge sort of sweet malt bill. It's only 5.5% as well, which is really on the low end for an IPA.
Yep.
And yeah, you sort of look and it's definitely more of a sort of golden sort of straw than a sort of amber that things like Pliny or the Arms Race would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, makes it super drinkable, not cloying. As it warms in the glass, some IPAs do become a little cloying. You know, there is a real sweet spot, whereas this, I would imagine, sort of in the sun, it would still be super refreshing.
Yeah.
Even if you've left it 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Totally. Really enjoyable.
And yeah, Colab was, I think Heidi took it over 2 or 3 years ago. I really should have made some notes when I was chatting to her about things. But I think maybe 3 years ago. So yeah, they enjoyed all the excitement of COVID as a new small brewery. But prior to that, I think it was launched maybe about 8 years ago by a couple of guys, Danny and Jason. Yeah, Danny was a really lovely guy. So some passionate brewers. They were into German styles originally, and I think the name came about because their plan initially had been to do just loads and loads of collaborations. Which is obviously a cool way to kick off a brewing project. And yeah, it's morphed and changed, and obviously in very, very capable hands these days of a couple of talented people who sort of combine innovation and creativity, clearly good brewing chops, as well as a bit of a different approach to business. So yeah, as Joe sort of alluded to before, we've seen the last week. Our good friends at Pacific Coast, Matt and Sam, are out of jobs. That brewery just liquidated, which was a big shock.
Yeah.
To, I'm sure everybody, but certainly us, it was a shock to see. Just the awesome beers that those guys have been putting out. So yeah, these days breweries and beer retailers are really having to do everything that we can to stay in business. So yeah, as I sporadically like to remind you guys, the supermarkets aren't going bust if you choose to buy your beer at other places. So do not worry about buying beer at the supermarket. Get it direct from breweries or from Beer Jerk. And right now, there's some cool IPAs you can get from Beer Jerk, eh?
Yeah, we've got the clear IPA drop that's just been refreshed. So brand new mix there. Double it up with the hazy drop.
Is this beer in the clear IPA drop?
This beer is in the clear IPA drop, I believe. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, you get to try this again.
It was, I think. Maybe now it's not.
Okay.
I can't remember. I literally made like heaps of them yesterday, but I can't remember.
Things are constantly changing. And the dark drop, we've literally just launched the brand new dark drop as well.
Yeah. Email. Well, it will be out by the time anyone's watching this.
Yeah, somewhat soon. Out. But that's live on the website right now, so you can find the new dark drop, which just like the previous one, full of fantastic dark beers to discover at a brilliant price. And we've been doing a whole bunch of Father's Day stuff.
Lots of Father's Day boxes. So for anyone in your life who is a father, and you want to spoil them, then check out our Father's Day collection on the website because there's a few options there.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, excellent work to the Colab team. Thanks for making a fantastic beer. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to go and eat some birthday cake.
Happy birthday. Cheers.